Hi, and welcome to day 14 of National Diabetes Awareness Month. Today is a special day because it's also World Diabetes Day. Woo! When I woke up this morning, my blood sugar, hold on, I can show it like this, was 102, so it was just hovering right around here. Then I went for a walk this morning with my husband, and my blood sugar went up a little bit on that walk, as you can see here on the graph. And then I gave myself a correction because I saw it was going up, and now we're coming down at 97. So I'm gonna have some breakfast. So this is my breakfast. And I know it can be really scary to see like straight down arrows on your Dexcom. I prefer I use the arrow a little bit to help guide my decision, but I prefer to look at what the actual numbers are doing. So for example, this is starting to swoop down. So I'm not too concerned with like, oh my gosh, I need to eat Skittles or juice or something really fast acting, because it's already starting to swoop. And because the Dexcom is like a 15-minute lag, I find that when it's starting to swoop, it's probably already evened out or even started to come up. So to prove this theory to you, I'm going to test my blood sugar on a meter, because 69 straight down, if I was feeling bad or I noticed on my Dexcom that it was like going straight down, I would react differently than eating a more well-balanced breakfast like this. So hang tight, let me show you my meter. 70. So clearly it's not going to keep going straight down. So yeah, I'm low, I'm going to eat something, but I'm not going to be as dramatic with what I choose to eat as if I was like actually arrow down. Does that make sense? I know I've had a lot of comments about hypoanxiety, and I'll address that issue in a whole video, but looking at the trend versus just trusting the arrow is something that helps me make my decisions and not be as anxious when it comes to that arrow on the screen. I am going to get my vaccine booster as well as my flu shot. So I'm running over to CVS right now. My blood sugar did come up, and then now it's kind of falling back down. It's 85 even, and it looks like it's staying pretty steady. I have about a 5-minute walk to CVS, and I don't think that's gonna drop it, but it might, and I don't wanna be low while I'm getting a booster. I don't know, that just sounds like not a fun situation. So I'm going to have a small packet of Skittles, and hopefully this helps me be okay. I think it'll work, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Got my flu shot, got my booster. I have had different experiences every time that I've gotten the COVID vaccine, so we'll see what happens this time. I just try to drink a bunch of water the day that I get it and hope for the best. And also, I don't like to take Tylenol, although some people say I like to preemptively take it, but just because it can mess up your Dexcom. So I prefer to know what my blood sugars are, and if I start to feel bad, then I will take some medicine. But hopefully my body's used to this by now. I think this is like my fourth booster, fourth booster, so I'll just be drinking a lot of water. My blood sugar ended up being perfect on that walk, so we're at 110. So that was my peak from my walk this morning. I think the reason it went up this morning is because it was freezing and we were kind of like rushing out the door, and I think kind of that stress, we were like trying to get the walk in before work started. So that's where I think that little bump came from. Then you guys saw me drop low, had my yogurt and stuff, and that has kept me steady. We'll see if those Skittles end up spiking me that I had before I went to get my vaccine, but I think it'll end up being fine. Anyway, I have to get back to work now, just in case I don't feel good later today and tomorrow and I have to take some time off work. Fingers crossed I don't. All right. I'm ready to eat lunch, and I get a sensor error. So I'm gonna check my sugar for the second time in a day, which so rarely happened, but here we go again. And 46. So I will give a correction for that. I will wait about 15 minutes. I'm not super hungry right now, and so I'd rather correct and kind of be coming down from 150 or 146. And I'm also going to add a little bit, I'm not sure what I'm gonna eat, but I know it's gonna have something with carbs in it. So I'm just gonna give a little bit extra onto this correction, just about 15 carbs, because I know I'll probably have at least 15 carbs just to get some more insulin working in me. And then once I decide what I'm going to eat, I will finish out that bolus. Now that I've decided what I'm having, I'm going to complete the bolus. So this is still gonna get that insulin in me 5 minutes earlier than if I did it right before I ate. So it was gonna be about 40 carbs total for that bread. I already gave 15, so I'm going to do 25. That math is correct. And just gave my bolus, and now I'm going to assemble my little breakfast sandwich and eat. And so here is my lunch. I, again, did a total of 40 carbs for this, mostly just for the bread. I'll check back in a few hours with how my sugar does. We are about 90 minutes from that first pre-bolus that I made, and my blood sugar is 103. So yeah, I did have that sensor error in there. It's coming down nicely. And even though I do have this kind of arrow down 103, I think that the food that I ate is still gonna hang on for me, so I don't think that I need any additional carbs or anything. And also knowing that my Omnipod 5 is probably pausing the insulin. Yeah, so as you can see, like that's where the first pre-bolus was. That was once I had decided my meal. And then we had a little bit of pausing going on here. So I think this is gonna even out to be perfect. A few hours after eating, my blood sugar is 110, going kind of up. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna do anything because I still have active insulin. Insulin in my body peaks at about an hour 30, but then it's totally out of my system after about 4 hours. So I still have about 1 more hour. And just looking at my graph, it's not rising particularly fast. I have a call from 3 to 4. I don't think I'm gonna work out today. My arms are so sore, I feel like I can't lift them. And I have started to notice a headache coming on. Fingers crossed, I'm fine, and I'm just tired from the workday, and it's not this flu booster combo that's getting me. Oh wow, it's really dark, and it's also 5 o'clock, which means my workday's over, which means I'm gonna start to edit this video now. So it is end of the video, unfortunately. My blood sugar is 131. I was hovering kind of around like 170 for actually a lot of the afternoon. Could have been because of the shots, could have been because of just being in meetings all afternoon, but I did correct, and now it's coming down, and we're feeling good. So that's my day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Global Diabetes Day, and I hope that you all have wonderful blood sugars and a good night. See you tomorrow. And please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel.